Hello, guys. Welcome back. So, we're recording kind of early today, huh, buddy? So, he's here to help me. I've been having dreams the last couple of days about Rottweilers and a friendly, beautiful Rottie. And I'm walking on this gravel path in this really manicured area. And there's this Rottweiler. And basically, Satan, sorted me out last night. I went on to watch a couple more videos after I made the video for you guys. And I think we need to send help to the progressives. It was just really weird, and like I said over in the community tab, there's like all this stuff that they're doing now, like they don't believe in Jesus, yet they call themselves Christians. And they don't believe in his divinity, the Bible's not real, it's a bad book, yet there's 2 or 3 lines they like. And they don't believe in God is God. And I'm like, why would you even bother staying in Christianity? Because that has nothing to do with Christianity. You're not a follower of Christ. You're just. And they're saying crazy, blasphemous stuff like prayers don't work. And I'm like, you're picking a fight with your God. I hope you know what you're doing because now you're getting rude and you're getting disrespectful. You not only disrespected his son, they don't believe in the Holy Spirit either. But I think, no, Lord, please don't hurt this child. And I'm repeating what they're saying. I'm not saying that. And I'm like, I walked away from Roman Catholicism still believing in the Trinity and the angels and saints and demons and everything. Certainly don't believe in demons in the Christian sense now, but even if I did, I wouldn't be picking fights with them and saying terrible things. And, they were saying blasphemous stuff like, prayer doesn't work. Like, what? And if you believe in angels and in saints or angels and demons, you're crazy and you're talking to yourself. And I'm like, what? What kind of brand of Christianity is this? And God doesn't exist as a person to talk to. So you're talking to nothing at all. God kind of vaguely exists as this force, like the force from Star Wars. I was like, oh, Lord. I'm like, this isn't even a church at this point. I don't know what this is, but this isn't a church. And Satan made it very clear last night that that is disrespectful. That, they're not honoring their God by saying he isn't God. They're not honoring Jesus by saying he's not Jesus and he was just some dude. I'll give them that, virgin birth does sound unlikely, but, I'm a pagan. I believe God's come down and interact with humans. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I'm like, yeah, that's, I grew up Roman Catholic and they told us, when we were older, they thought maybe God came down or, Archangel Michael was also a candidate, but maybe she wasn't quite a virgin. And, and the baby was formed in the natural way. And some of the other priests taught us no, Joseph was the father, but through God, miracle, something, something. So, who knows? But, it's like, okay, you can let go of virgin birth, but, then to say Jesus wasn't God and the Bible wasn't real and, at least partly inspired, and take into account that it was inspired thousands and thousands of years ago, and we don't want to do any of this stuff in the Bible. I'm like, wow, these people don't believe in anything. And then they said they didn't believe God was God. And I was looking up at the sky thinking of, all the stories about how they used to tie a rope to the priest when they would go in the temple. And this is true because God was kind of tetchy and he might strike his own priest dead. I'm like, Lord, I didn't say that. I didn't touch the Ark of the Covenant. I didn't do anything wrong. Lord, this isn't me. Satan was mad. Satan was mad. And he was mad not only because that was disrespectful and blasphemous to say about your deity, but he was also mad because Asmodeus was getting upset and all the other demons were getting upset. Now remember, see them as old gods. And we talked about last night. And I said, really, it sounds like they're on their way to atheism. They're almost the whole way out the door. They don't have Jesus. They don't have God. They don't have the Holy Spirit. They have this vague idea that God is just some force in the universe, which sounds pretty agnostic, which is fine, but they can't call themselves Christians anymore. And then they said the worst part of all, and forgive me for repeating this, they said that Jesus didn't do miracles. I was like, what? the loaves and fishes and the healing of the sick and the raising of the dead, and I'm like, I don't know if hell exists, but I think it just popped into existence. And they're saying like there's no heaven, there's no hell, there's an afterlife, but religion is all evil, and I'm like, these are Christians. I don't know what they are, but they're not Christians. This is horrible. And you know, and I'm getting like, you know, kind of like feeling I'm hearing those sounds from Asmodeus, which is usually like not quite like that, but usually like I'm nervous. I don't like this. And he doesn't like blasphemy, by the way. If you're doing it to get bad religious training out of you, that's one thing. But if you're trying to do it and claim that it's holy or good, he does not like it. He won't, he's not aggressive. He's very gentle with me. But Satan was the one that showed up and settled my wagon. And luckily, Lucifer, you know, balanced it. Lucifer had me read the cards. And basically, the cards were like, ask for help. That was Lucifer's advice, and Satan's advice was to stay grounded and to not be near any of that stuff. So he wasn't really mad at me. He was mad at the message, and Asmodeus has been nervous, so I lit incense for Asmodeus. We're cooking some good food, so we're going to be having that in a while. And just, you know, hanging out with the demons. And really, there's no more altar space left. So we all agreed, and we've done this a couple of times, but it feels like we've had a couple of full starts that everyone shares every altar because there's just no more altar room, and there's no more room on any of the altars to pile any more stuff on, and there's really no room to store anything anymore. So they've agreed to, you know, to make the best out of what's here. And yes, the puppy, by the way, does have two eyes. His first just covering the other eye. But, you know, I had the puppy here because I've been having great dreams about Rottweilers 2 or 3 days in a row. It's a friendly, beautiful Rottweiler. I love them. They're beautiful dogs. I would love to have a puppy, but I have severe allergies. So, if you guys like what you see, you know, like, comment, subscribe. It was nice to see Satan, and it was nice that he corrected me. And I think that, you know, surprises people. But if you go over to Demonolatry Reddit, Lucifer, Satan, Asmodeus, any of them, they will straighten you out about, you know, Mary and Jesus and the angels and stuff like that. They will certainly straighten you out about themselves, and they'll straighten you out about, say, God or whatever. It doesn't mean you have to go back to church and start reading the Bible and be very confused the rest of your life, but you should show respect, even if you don't work with a deity. It's all about showing respect. Because as Asmodeus will point out, the way you treat other deities is eventually the way you're going to treat them. You know, if you stop working with a deity and you're running around bad-mouthing them or saying that they're not divine, you're eventually going to do it to your current deities, and they know it. They're not dumb. So, you know, watch how you treat your old deities. Have respect, even if you parted on really bad terms. That's what I talk about all the time about coming to peace with it. You don't have to love them. You don't have to fall in love with Jesus or whatever, you know, thing they got going on lately. Some of the songs that we used to have back in the 90s and aunts, yeah, they're like, I want to fall in love with you. Who was that? I forget, but I want to fall in love with you lyrics. You don't have to fall in love with Jesus. You don't have to work with him or Mary or the angels or saints, but you should be respectful. You should be respectful of other people's deities. Your deities don't need you running around causing trouble and picking fights. So, thanks to again to Satan, Lucifer, and thanks to Asmodeus. And, you know, Loki's just enjoying this, and Odin is enjoying seeing me get my ears pinned back, and, Hades is just staying out of it and just watching everything unfold. I thought at first the dogs were from Hades, but I'm thinking it's more a Satan thing now. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.